Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sip for Change. As always, we're your hosts, Tammy and Martine, here to bring you exciting conversations about making events more planet and people conscious.
And speaking of planets, Tammy, do you want to remind everyone what today is?
Of course, it's Earth Day, hence why I'm wearing green.
I love it. And today we're excited to dive into the story of Earth Day, a day that some might say is the most iconic environmental movements of our time.
What started as a grassroots protest in 1970 has become a global phenomenon. But Earth Day isn't just a feel-good holiday. It's a reflection of our evolving relationship with the planet, and it has a powerful history rooted in activism, policy change, and sustainability.
So grab your reusable water bottle and let's walk through how Earth Day came to be, how it's grown, and why it still matters. Maybe more now than ever.
So let's rewind to the late 1960s. It was a time of major cultural shifts. The civil rights movements, anti war protests, and growing discontent with pollution and industrial impacts.
And then came Senator Gaylord Nelson, a Democratic senator from Wisconsin, who witnessed the environmental devastation caused by a major oil spill off the coast of Santa Barbara in 1969. That moment lit a fire.
Inspired by the anti Vietnam War teach ins, Nelson had a bold idea. What if we held a national environmental teach in? Something that will unite people across political and cultural lines.
So on April 22, 1970, over 20 million Americans, which was 10% of the total population of the United States at the time, took to the streets, parks and auditoriums to demand a healthier planet. That was the very first Earth Day.
It was massive, the largest single day protest in US history at the time. It wasn't just symbolic. Earth Day 1970 directly led to the creation of the Environmental Protection Agency, which is the EPA, and major laws like the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, and the National Environmental Education Act.
While the first Earth Day was US based, its ripple effects were felt worldwide. By the 1990s, it has transformed from a national protest into an international movement.
Now, enter Earth Day 1990, which was the major turning point. Organized by Dennis Hayes, the very same person who organized the 1970s event, this time the focus was international.
It mobilized over 200 million people in 141 countries. That's right. Earth Day had gone successfully global that year. It helped elevate issues like recycling, deforestation, and global warming into the international conversation.
And let's not forget, the global momentum helped pave the way for the 1992 Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro, which is a key moment in global sustainability policy.
Then moving forward into the 2000s. Since then, Earth Day has taken on thematic focus areas, almost like sustainability chapters unfolding each year.
Earth Day 2000 had the internet to help link its activists around the world. By the time April 22 came around, 5,000 environmental groups worldwide were on board, reaching out to hundreds of millions of people in a record of 184 countries. That year emphasized clean energy and global warming, and it included powerful actions like a drum chain that circled the globe literally.
And this was another big shift when Earth Day was able to go digital. Platforms like earthday.org now help coordinate campaigns across 190 plus countries with digital toolkits, webinars, and social impact dashboards.
Now we have hashtags like hashtag Earth Day every day and hashtag invest in our planet to help spread awareness, but more importantly, they mobilize action.
Digital advocacy means more people from climate vulnerable regions who may not have the budget to attend big expos or summits can still shape the conversation.
And that's a huge equity win. It aligns with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDG 13 for climate action and SDG 17 for partnerships for the goals.
And as technology advanced, so did climate science, as well as the Earth Day agenda. Earth Day 2010 marked the 40th anniversary, and it was one of the most digital savvy mobilizations yet, signaling the shift into tech enabled activism.
Nearly 1 billion people around the world and an estimated 20,000 partners took action in honor of Earth Day anniversary that year. They focused on climate change and other environmental issues through climate rallies, billion acts of green, and connected through the online action center at earthday.org.
Through the Global Day of Conversations, more than 200 elected officials in more than 39 countries took part in active dialogues with their constituents about the efforts to create sustainable green economies and reduce their carbon footprints.
Then, just 6 years later, in 2016, it was no accident that the United Nations selected Earth Day to sign the most significant climate accord in the history of climate and environmental movement.
Yes, on Earth Day 2016, world leaders from 175 nations broke a record by signing the Paris Agreement.
Now, fast forward to more recent years, Earth Day's theme, like Restore Our Earth in 2021 and Invest in Our Planet for 2022 and 2023, have focused on regenerative practices, circular economy, and green finance.
And those aren't just buzzwords. They reflect a maturing movement that understands systems change, not just individual action, is key to a livable future.
Exactly. Over time, more and more people are becoming increasingly aware of our responsibility to the planet and how it affects our future generations. With that said, let's connect the dots. As sustainable event planners, we've seen Earth Day influence how global conferences, community festivals, and corporate events are structured.
Absolutely. Many organizations now encore their sustainability campaigns, product launches, or environmental commitments around Earth Day.
And here's where it gets interesting. Earth Day isn't just about tree planting anymore. It's about measurable impact, carbon tracking, renewable procurement, inclusive access, and ethical sourcing at events.
And don't forget education. Earth Day has become a key opportunity to activate youth led sustainability from classroom workshops to university climate hackathons. I would also add, don't forget to check out past episodes to learn more about how to make your events more sustainable. Sorry, Tammy, I had to place it here.
It's okay. I'm glad you're doing that. So, now what's next for Earth Day? We're seeing a shift toward climate resilience, eco justice, and more local to global impact models.
There's also a renewed emphasis on accountability, not just awareness. People want policies, metrics, and follow through.
And in the events world, Earth Day will continue to push us to do better, designing net zero events, decarbonizing supply chains, and embedding regenerative design thinking into everything that we do.
Because Earth Day isn't just about April 22nd, it's about what we choose to do to the other 364 days of the year.
And at its core, Earth Day is a reminder that we are all connected by the air we breathe, the soil we stand on, and the future we want to build.
And as sustainable planners, advocates, and citizens, Earth Day gives us a benchmark, a mirror, and a movement. It challenged us to be better architects of a better world.
So tell us in the comments, how do you celebrate Earth Day? What changes have you made, big or small, that align with the planet's future?
And if this inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on our sustainability deep dives. Thanks for sipping with us, and we'll see you next week.
Until then, keep making conscious choices one sip at a time. Bye.